shoulder, I can speak for myself. So I keep a hot waist and alligator to belt.
The man with the most isn't always in the front. So hit that west side and we'll give you what you want. A nice black guy that'll go at all them lumps. And I try to stay quiet if it ain't involving us. She asked me where I came from, I told her where you headed. Back to LA, I said back.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Young Simba Z back at it again with part 2 of the Zekikun story. So continue where I left off. I told you that I made my 7th grade basketball team. So this is like my first official team I'm being on with a bunch of different players from all different walks of life. So this is Jackson Middle School, my school. So it's beginning with that 7th grade year. So first off, I told you I just dominated in trials like I was saying last time to continue. And like from there on out, we had a great season. We were the conference champs of that year. That was like my first time being on the team. So of course I was coming off the bench. I was like the 6th man of the team, but I brought great energy, great defense to the team, and it was overall a great season. But like in the midst of the season, we had the mini break period where we actually got a chance to play basketball for our 7th grade, or it was like 7th grader versus 8th graders basketball team. So it was my first time going to the United Center playing on that floor. So when I tell you, like when we got there, it was just a great, amazing experience. Got to see Derrick Rose in action live for the first time. Then we stepped out on the floor and we did our thing. Of course, everybody was ball hogging, so nobody really scored through like that. Everybody was just trying to shoot threes, but overall, it was just a great experience. So now, continue with chapter 2 with growing pains. So after that season ended, it was a pretty good season, you know. But then this is my first off season. So off season, that for those of y'all that don't know, it's like basically training throughout what you can improve upon your game, what you can do to improve and things like that. What can you do to bring more to the table for next season for the 8th grade year? So this is when I really was just working on my game individually. Defensive wise, I knew I was pretty effective in that, but scoring and making great decisions off the court, that's what I really focused on this year. Of course, I did a lot of cardio, did hills. I did a lot of like strength conditioning, you know. That was my first time doing that in the 8th grade year. So I came back for like well prepared and well focused on like for the goals for the upcoming season. I wanted to win like, you know, state championship for the 8th grade year. That was my goal leading into the season. So then comes tryouts. So when tryouts happened, I did everything more effectively. I was more efficient, quick, off the tools of everything. I did everything to come back and improve. Like I looked like a whole different player, but according to their coaching staff and them, they didn't feel like I really improved. They felt like I didn't really have much to offer to bring to the table this season. So essentially what I'm saying, guys, is I got cut from my 8th grade team. And that was like the first time I experienced real like disappointment and pain in my life. And of course I was frustrated with everything because like I'm like, how could you say this when I actually did this? Half the guys didn't even do half the stuff I did in the off season. So it really made me angry more than anything. But you know, like with life gives you lemons, you gotta make lemonade. So what I did was I sulked for like maybe a couple days or so, but after that I went back on track. You know, I went back to work, working on my game, what I can do to improve, and just kept on training because I'm like, man, this don't even mean nothing. It's all about freshman year anyway of high school. That was my big goal and main focus point on everything. So going into freshman year, you know, like I became more determined with everything. You know, so for the summer, it was the first time like walking into a high school game. They had summer league. So summer league is like it's like basically pro-am or whatever, or what you call it. Like, so like other teams can look at you just to view other players and things like that. So when I went to like summer league, my first game, very excited, very nervous, but you know, I was ready though. Like, felt like 8th grade, like y'all, they thought I was this, but I'm actually this. So 8th grade, freshman year, I came in with so much determination. And then I remember the first points I ever scored in my summer league game. Like, I had the ball, I dribbled it up the court, and they subbed me in again. They didn't think I was starter worthy. I'm like, oh nah, okay, let's go, let's get it. So I'm dribbling up the court, coming off the bench. It's middle of the second quarter, and I'm dribbling. I cross the dude up, cross another dude, and then I threw the ball up in the air. Everybody's like, oh no, don't do that, don't do that. Even the coach was like, why would you shoot that? Then it went in, and everybody just froze. And I looked at them like, yeah, I'm coming for y'all. I'm coming for that starting spot. Like, that was my sense of me, like, validating myself. Like, yeah, y'all thought I wasn't good enough, but I'm better than y'all thought. So that was my first points. And then going into summer league that year, it was just a great year. You know, I did a lot. I've learned a lot about myself and what I can do to improve even more. And this is 8th grade year going to freshman year summer, so I got even more time. So right after that, I went right back to work and what I do best. All you can do when you're a basketball player or any athlete or any walks of life or whatever you want to do, all you can do is get better. Like, there's never a stopping point where you're like, I'm good enough. You never want to feel validated enough to where you feel like you can't grow, but all you should do is find a way to always show growth and improvement. And that's the end of chapter 2 today of Growing Pains. So hope you liked the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm Young Simba Z. I'm out. Peace.
They say it's lonely at the top, and whatever you do, you always gotta watch all the people around you. Nobody's invincible.